just a lost moon.
This must be the cavern Mrs. Sprottle mentioned.
Let me out, so you sold something. You like gay? Let me out, so.
Incendio. Crucio. Descendo. Incendio. Confringo. Descendo. Let's have a look around, see if I can find that box of letters. Incendio! That's all the Horcrux for now. Mrs. Sprottle should be pleased. Revelio. Descendo. Either I'll have to fight that troll, or avoid it altogether. Crucio. Confringo. Descendo. Incendio. Confringo. Incendio. Descendo. Incendio! Confringo! Incendio! Descendo! Crucio! Incendio! One less. Revelio! Revelio. Revelio. This must be Sorona's box of letters. I think that's everything. Sorona will be... I should find Mrs. Sprottle. She'll be glad to get these hawk lumps. Hello, Mrs. Sprottle. I have good news. I was able to harvest some hawk lumps for you, and I found Sorona's box of letters.
Oh, thank you. How wonderful. The travelling vendors will be thrilled to replenish their stock of Wiggenweld potion. And Sorona will be delighted to have those letters. How kind of you. Now you be careful heading back to Hogsmeade.
I should take this box of letters to Sorona. She'll be glad to have it back. A castle. Must have been quite stately in its time. Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
For me about the butterflies.
Hello, Sorona. I have good news. I was able to provide your friend Mrs. Sprottle with some hawk lumps for her Wiggenweld potion, and I found your box of letters.
Oh, thank you. I knew you were the one to ask.
I wondered about some of the letters in the box.
Of course. It appears most of the letters were from fellow students.
I spotted a letter from you to Mrs. Sprottle. You two seem to have a lot of fun together.
We do. She taught me so much during my summers with her and Aiden. I shall be the first to admit that adolescents aren't always the easiest to understand. And not everyone was as kind to me as the Sprottles. But the depth of their kindness, and that of so many of my friends, got me through... well, got me through some challenging times, to put it mildly.
I'm glad I could be of help. Mrs. Sprottle sends her best.
Don't know what I'd have done without her and Aiden. Thank you, again, for helping her, and for returning this box of letters. It's nice to reflect on good memories.
You have an answer for me about the butterflies.
Revelio.
Imagine our surprise when the youngest was put into rest. Still, she has always been quite the rude girl, and she's quite useful when you have a question.
You can't imagine how inconvenient it was before I invented blue powder.
Away, Highwing! Away! Who lived here, I wonder? Revelio. Descendo. Revelio. Revelio. Incendio. Confringo. Revelio. Lumos. Incendio. Confringo. Descendo. Crucio. Incendio. Confringo. Crucio. Descendo. Incendio. Confringo.
My imagination, I suppose.
Slow down now. There we go. Revelio.
Would you mind helping a wizard in distress?
What are you up to now?
What is it? What's wrong?
Goblins, that's what. Ranrock's lot. Nasty creatures. Ambush me, they did. Nothing's safe anymore. I need a little something. Something to protect me if I run into them again. Maxima potion, that would do it.
I don't have any of that. Perhaps you could try in Hogsmeade or one of the hamlets.
And get extorted by the Ashwinders? No, thank you. If you won't help me, I shall have to take my chances, won't I? How am I to avoid Ranrock's lot?
This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful. Revelio.
Levioso and Stupefy combined should put any brute in their place.
Revelio.
Nothing warms a body like incendiary.
Oh, how I love a good puzzle.
Excuse me, madam. I thought I heard you say something.
Yes, indeed. Talking to myself again. I find myself to be quite the engaging conversationalist since my husband passed. Madam Althea Twiddle, pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Madam Twiddle.
You know, you might be interested in this. You young people love this sort of thing. My husband often ruminated on the mysterious statue just outside our hamlet. Some sort of archaic puzzle involving vases, he would insist. I stumbled upon it today when I had a burst of energy and extended my morning constitutional a bit longer than usual.
An archaic puzzle. Sounds fascinating.
You see, I suspected you'd be interested, and wait till I tell you about the rumours surrounding this particular puzzle. My husband Greville insisted that solving the puzzle would reveal a magical challenge of sorts. The man was intrigued by everything. He was about to try and solve it himself when... Perhaps you could take a look. I'd be rather interested to hear what, if anything, you find.
If I happen to see it, I'll have a look.
Ah, the spirit of youth. I do hope you'll be able to solve the puzzle. If not for me, then in Greville's memory.
I should look into the statue Madam Twiddle mentioned.
Mother's rolling in her grave.
Pardon me, sir.
Come to stare at the fool, have you? There's poor Haggerty, robbed by his own sister. She's robbed almost everyone now. So, who's the fool?
I'm not sure I know what you're talking about.
Then you're the only one who doesn't know about Catherine running off with that thief, Victor Rookwood and his lot. Good riddance, I said. Never thought she'd return to steal from me, us. But I just know it was her. I want her caught and sent to Azkaban for stealing a prize family heirloom. Sister or no.
What exactly was the family heirloom that the thief stole?
A necklace belonged to the first of the Haggerty women, hundreds of years old. So much history. She'll likely pawn it.
Are you sure Katrin is the culprit? It could be anyone.
Thanks to that Rookwood louse, we're inundated with all manner of criminal. I wanted to believe it was any one of them, except Katrin. But she was the only one who knew where the heirloom was hidden, and she knew precisely which homes to rob.
I could keep an eye out for the thief, sir.
You? Ugh. Nothing to be done by the likes of us. This is a job for the fine officer Singer, or some such authority. Besides, the thief, my sister, only strikes at night. Coward. Long past your bedtime.
What do you have for sale?
I'd keep an eye on your belongings if I were you. Catherine will steal the eyebrows off.
I ought to look into this thievery business for Mr. Haggerty once night falls.
It's good luck for me you stopped by today. Thank you for your patronage. Glad you were able to stop by.
Revelio.
It's a good thing we have auras.
Confringo! Confringo! Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Confringo. Not so tricky after all, Merlin. Revelio. This place has seen better days. Looks rather dark in there. Never stopped me before.
You're here. Good.
Sebastian, that relic you mentioned.
Don't think I've forgotten about your goblin friend. I haven't. But I needed to tell you what I've learned. I believe one of Slytherin's students stumbled upon the relic during an assignment to study sarcophagi in this catacomb. From what I read in a report by the student, they weren't permitted to take it with them, so I must assume it's still here. As I mentioned earlier, this relic grants its holder the power to reverse dark magic curses. If it's in this catacomb, I have to find it. For Anne. I need to see her.
I'm ready to explore the catacomb. Perhaps we can visit Anne when we've finished.
Perfect. By the way, Ominous has been asking about you. You didn't tell him what we were doing, did you?
I didn't. I promise.
Good. Ominous would be livid if he knew what we were about to do. I'll be interested to compare what lies inside to what I've read about this catacomb. I'm sure that foul smell is the scent of success.
Revelio.
Use your nerve just yet.
Incendio. Confringo. Incendio. Confringo. Crucio. At least now we know we're not alone in here. Incendio.
That sounds it. Ready to insect-free.
Yeah, the spiders aren't insects.
Accius.
Wingardium Leviosa. Incendio. Revelio.
Finding a chest in an inconspicuous loft. Brilliant.
Accio. Opening all of these is tempting.
We're here for a reason. I'd say opening them all is justified.
Revelio. Incendio. Confringo. Descendo.
We've rid the world of another spider. I shall sleep better tonight. Now this is the sort of great room I want to be buried in.
Surrounded by grandeur.
Grandeur next.
Descendo. Depart. But outside a sarcophagus. Seems odd. Levioso. Incendio. Crucio. Descendo. Incendio. Confringo. Revelio. Cavolso. Incendio. There's something here by the altar. Accio. Accio!
What did you find?
Reparo! Looks like part of a student's diary. It mentions plans to return for the relic and conjuring barricades using bones.
Of course. The student's summary referenced a space beyond the Great Room, which means this can't be a dead end. I have the report if you want to have a look. Let's divide and conquer. You work on sorting out the bone barricades. I'll look around and see what we missed. Hold on to that diary entry. There may be more to it.
It does mention something else. It says their next assignment was learning the Imperial Curse.
Really? Interesting. We need to focus on moving beyond this room. But let me think for a moment.
Do you think the pages were left here on purpose?
Slytherin mentioned a student who excelled in charms and always carried a satchel stuffed full of notes. They might have been left on purpose, or the student may have simply dropped them.
Of course. I'll start to search for those barricades.
Brilliant. There's more to this than even I imagined. Look, bones stacked oddly on either side of this archway.
Leave no stone unturned. Or in this case, no bone.
If this archway's been barricaded, we can find a way through.
Incendio! We're in a tomb. I assume eerie sounds come with the territory. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio! Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio.
I knew we'd get through. I felt it in my bones.
Nice. Depulso. We've made it this far, but clearly we have more to do. Accio. Incendio. Accio! Incendio! Capolso!
I've just realized something. The student's diary mentions the Imperial Curse. I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to need it here. It's an unforgivable, but useful when you're outnumbered. Places the victim completely under the caster's control. So, if you'd like to learn Imperio, I can teach you.
It's probably wise to know the spell.
I couldn't agree more. A spell that could save your life shouldn't be unforgivable. You have a lot at stake. You have an ability that evidently no one's seen for centuries. Focus your wand movement. It's not an easy spell to master. There we go. Something troubling ahead. Be on your guard.
Incendio! Confringo! Crucio! Descendo! Incendio! Incendio! Crucio! Descendo! Incendio! Confringo! Levioso! Confringo! Descendo! Incendio! Incendio! Confringo!
Another barricade. Considering how well you did on the last one, this should be a cinch.
Accio! How gracious of you.
I try.
Wingardium Levioso! Accio!
This looks different than what we faced before. That worked. Keep going.
Imperial! Incendio! Confringo! Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Head and shoulders above these bones. Nicely done.
Imperial. Accio. Incendio. Confringo. Crucio. Descendo. Incendio. Confringo. Descendo. Incendio.
Never knew spiders could make such a mess.
Bit dramatic, isn't it?
Descendo.
Accio. Revelio. I doubt anyone's been here in quite some time. Incendio. Revelio.
I see why Slytherin's student
Revelio.
this place.
Imperial. Incendio. Confringo. Incendio. Incendio. Confringo. Descendo. Crucio. Incendio. Confringo. Descendo. Incendio. Incendio. Confringo. Incendio. Confringo. Incendio. Crucio. For a moment there, I thought that would never end. Incendio!
Dead end. Love it. All that for nothing.
Hold on. Don't give up yet. Sebastian! The relic! Look!
Could it be?
The note and rendition of the relic. It matches. This must be where the student left the relic.
I can't believe it. After all this, it lines up. We've really found it.
What do you suppose is meant by the dark sacrifice required to realize the relic's potential?
I have no idea. But we're here for the relic.
I'm willing to ignore what the journal entry says. We're taking the relic.
Agreed. This is meant to be. For Anne's sake, I'm taking it. Let's get to Feldcroft. I must keep this relic secret, especially from my uncle. Is that ominous? Ominous. The sounds we kept hearing. It was you.
You gave me no choice. I had to follow you. Sebastian, please, leave the relic alone. We can find another way to help Anne.
I'm sorry, Ominous, but I'm taking it.
No, you're not. If you won't put it back, then I will.
Hold on, both of you. Sebastian, please, take a step back.
Fine, but Ominous knows I won't step back from a fight.
Can't believe this.
How much did you hear?
Everything. I heard you encourage Sebastian to take the relic.
Sebastian's done his research. He knows what he's doing.
Sebastian makes things sound easy when they could be impossible or dangerous. We need to stop him.
And if nothing will change his mind?
Something has to. I need your help.
Sebastian's right. We need that relic.
I'm sorry. My mind is made up.
Are you willing to sacrifice your friendship over this?
I might be. How could I choose to stand by and watch him do this?
What if the choice wasn't yours? You wouldn't be to blame for what happens.
What in the world are you suggesting? Imperial?
That's what I'm saying. I would take all responsibility. This could save your friendship. I know how to cast it. Sebastian taught me. But I won't do it unless you agree.
This is insanity. I can't believe you would ask this of me.
Sebastian is never going to give up trying to cure Anne. If you try and stop him now, he'll never forgive you.
Fine. This is unfathomable. But I suppose if you want that responsibility, it may just save what is left of my friendship with Sebastian. Remember, this is what I was telling you about the dark arts. They come with a cost. You may well regret making this choice. Do what you have to do. Cast it. Before I change my mind.
Imperial! Step aside, Ominous. Stay in place until we're out of sight.
I will.
Sebastian, come on.
What did you do?
Imperio. It was the only way to get out of here without a fight.
Ominous, I'm sorry.
Sebastian, we have to go. You need the relic.
I know. But not like this.
Ominous and I agreed. Surely there's a difference between casting Imperial on someone without their knowledge and casting it with permission.
I understand what you're saying. I do, but...
I've taken full responsibility. You have my word.
Depulsor!
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Incendio. Confringo. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Rickety Bone Bridge complete. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Protego.
How long will the spell last? How long must Ominous stay in the tomb?
The curse is lifted already. He'll easily way out of the catacomb just as we did. He'll be all right, Sebastian.
When we get to Feldcroft, I'd rather Anne not know what had to be done to get this relic. She thinks like Ominous. It'd only upset her. Oh,
Revelio.
no. This isn't good.
What is it?
Smoke! Over there, by the hamlet. Feldcroft's in trouble. They're under attack.
Let's hurry.
That was meant for me. You can't stop us.
Incendio.
Not quite.
Confringo. Imperial.
We have to fight.
Keep out of strong reach!
Incendio. Confringo.
Crucial.
Descendo.
Got it!
Incendio.
You're not
Incendio! Confringo!
Uncle, to the right! They're closing in!
Boy! What have you done?
Saved my sister.
With an unforgivable curse. From that damned book, no doubt. Your father would be ashamed. You've gone too far, Sebastian. Stay away from her. From all of us.
What did my uncle expect me to do? The Imperial Curse saved Anne's life. That goblin was going to kill her.
You did what you had to do.
If I have to keep proving that to my uncle, I will. He cannot banish me from my own home. From my sister.
It might be best to let him calm down a while. May I speak to him? Perhaps I can help to ease the tension a bit.
You may be right. Very well. Probably best if I get away from here for a while. I'll head back to Hogwarts.
What was he thinking?
Pardon me, Mr. Sallow.
What Sebastian did was inexcusable. You cannot possibly be about to defend him.
Sebastian and I have encountered Ranrock's loyalists before. That goblin would have killed Anne.
This family does not resort to using dark magic even against our enemies. What Sebastian did cannot be undone. That you are defending Sebastian's behavior at all tells me everything I need to know. You are as guilty as he is. Sebastian is to come nowhere near Feldcroft, nowhere near Anne. Unforgivable curses are so named for a reason. If I hear that either of you continues down this path, if either of you uses dark magic, I will notify the headmaster immediately. Why, Sebastian?